Hello and welcome to the campus of Northwestern Oklahoma State University, where we find ourselves with the semifinals of the state playoffs, where we will have the Gore Pirates coming in as the number 5 team in the state of Oklahoma, and they will take on the number 1 ranked Bartlesville Bears in this Oklahoma high school football contest. This is your host, John Shea, giving on the mic, covering the journey of the Gore Pirates. We have seen this Gore Pirates team being one of the laughingstocks of Oklahoma football, and now they're just 2 games away from winning a state championship. So, we got an exciting one here today, guys. I hope you guys are absolutely pumped up for it, because I certainly am. Make sure you go ahead and smack that like button, hit that subscribe button as well if you have to be brand new. And with that being said, let's go ahead and kick things underway in the Oklahoma State playoffs. It will start with Gore receiving the ball, and Jody Gentry is going to get things started off right, as Jody is going to take the boys across the 40-yard line to get things started. That being said, we'll see what this Gore offense can do. First drive of the game. As we quickly cut to a 2nd and 10, Thompson's going to drop back. He is going to try to scramble upfield, runs into his own fullback of all people, and doesn't get as much as anticipated. 8-yard gain. Watching to see if Tahoma Thompson could break that 3,000-yard barrier. He would be the first high quarterback in Gore football history to pass for 3,000 yards if he could do that here today. But first, he's going to be more concerned about this 4th down. And Coach McCown is going to go for it early. 4th and inches. And they're going to run with it, the fullback, J.C. McCoy, who gets just enough to move the chains. First down, Gore Pirates. And now we're looking at a 1st and 10. Thompson's going to go ahead and meanwhile try to run another speed option. Gets lit up quickly. Tahoma Thompson slow to get up, but he is going to remain in this game for now. His size has been a concern the whole year, but he has held up pretty well through this season. No injury issues to report for the freshman quarterback. But they have also not went up against as physical of a team as Bartlesville certainly is. So that will be the challenge here today. Does Gore have enough juice? And it seems like the Gore Pirates are ready to show that, hey, we deserve to be here after all. 1st and 10 coming up as Thompson is going to take it. Is going to pitch it out to RJ Valencia. Dangerous pitch, but it works. It actually works. Touchdown Pirates. RJ Valencia gets the scoring started. And the Gore Pirates are going to be up 7-0 on the number 1 team in Oklahoma. But with that being said, we have yet another kick return underway. Jake Hills is going to get the game restarted. And James Draws is one of the best players in Oklahoma. I have never seen a person move like this before. This is a 300-plus pound guy. I mean, a glitch, a cheat code. Where do you find these people? Somebody test this man after the game. But we do force him out of bounds, though. But he is their running back. He's not an offensive lineman. He's a running back. And that's the thing, in pass protection, he could probably act as an extra offensive lineman. Like a legitimate offensive lineman. That is wild. But you know what? We can't help it. We're going to have to just deal with it. 3rd and 7. Drake May is going to drop back. Not to be confused with the NFL prospect Drake May. He's going to find Eric Carpenter. Eric Carpenter is able to pick up the 1st down through the air, where James Draws handles the rest. That's a quick touchdown and a quick response for Bartlesville as well. And we got a tie ball game. So the Gore Pirates do end up going 3 and out on their next possession. So Bartlesville does have the chance to take the lead. And we got lucky with that one. We got so lucky with that one because we called a blitz and we still couldn't get any pressure. That might be an issue with, again, a very physical Bartlesville football team. This might be the first time where they might be able to not only match our physicality, but they might be able to out-physical us. It's going to be a challenge today, but we will continue to call the blitzes as Jones should have caught that. Oh my, Jones should have actually caught that, and he drops it. That is wild. So now 2nd and 10 here as May is going to load up to the left-hand side and finds. He's going to find Dante Horn for a 38-yard scamper. 1st and goal coming up for the Bartlesville Bears, as Bartlesville has a chance to take the lead for the first time today, and no one's catching James Draws when we don't have outside leverage. Touchdown Bartlesville, and that's going to help James Draws able to set a school record for most rushing touchdowns in a career. The best running back ever in Bartlesville history, and you can easily see why. So, that being said, we have the ball back yet again, and I have a feeling that this could turn into a high-scoring affair. It truly could. So that means the offense needs to rise to the challenge. Let's see if they can do it. 2nd and 4 coming up as Tahoma Thompson sets to drop back. He's got RJ Valencia over the middle. Nobody there to cover RJ Valencia. They tried to blitz us, but it absolutely did not work at all. As now we got a 1st and 10 coming up. Thompson able to run it out to the outside, and RJ Valencia is able to go ahead and pick up a gain of 8 on the play. So 2nd and short now coming up, so we'll try to set up a screen here. Sets it up for Jody Gentry, able to get some blocks, but this is a fast team, dude. That would have normally gone for a little bit more, but that's just kind of the challenges that we are dealing with. Just got to out-scheme this opponent. And maybe Ryan Tahoma Thompson, he might be the only one that could hold the candle to all of the star players that Bartlesville has on the other side. But that doesn't mean that, this team doesn't have the heart. It doesn't have the effort, even though we may only have a couple of players at Bartlesville level. We're able to complete 1 quarter, and we are still very much in this. So with that being said, let's get this 2nd quarter started right away, as Thompson's going to drop back the pass. Looks over the middle and finds Beef Wellington. Beef Wellington's going to be able to pick up the 1st down with ease, able to win on the slant pattern. As then a couple of plays later, Tahoma Thompson gets a crease and is able to move upfield. And that is going to go for a gain of 15 on the play. A goal line situation that will be coming right up. 2nd and goal now coming up, though, as Thompson sets to drop back. Wants to go with the slants, but doesn't like what he sees, so he uses that mobility. And no one is going to catch this man. Touchdown, Pirates! And Tahoma Thompson is going to tie this game up at 14 apiece. And not only do we manage to find a way to tie this game up, but what we also managed to do is that we managed to also force a free and out of our own. Imagine that. Could have never have saw that one coming, especially of how this game originally started back up. So, that being said, Gore has a chance to retake the lead. Let's see if they can do it with a red zone opportunity. Thompson looks over the middle and finds Beef Wellington for an 11-yard gain. So that does move the sticks, but a penalty, unfortunately, is going to knock us back significantly. Now it's 3rd and goal from almost the 15-yard line, but a big-time throw to Jody Gentry is going to give the Gore Pirates the lead. Touchdown, Pirates! And how about this? Tahoma Thompson and company, they are certainly on their game right now. So, 2nd and 7 coming up as Bartlesville tries to answer back. Ever since taking that 14-7 lead, they have given up 14 unanswered. And that almost could have gone horribly. That should have been intercepted. They got absolutely lucky with that one for sure. 3rd and 7 coming up, though, as Drake May lines up, and they're going to set up the screen. We were ill-prepared for the screen, though, and Draws is out loose. I know nobody wants to tackle a 300-pound man in the open field, but sometimes just got to do what you got to do, man. Like, that man, we can't let James Draws get that much space. We can't let it happen as they go to someone else, thankfully, and Draws is up there blocking, and it's going to help Eric Carpenter pick up yet another 1st down as we're starting to get to the end of the 1st half already. Looking at a 1st and 10 coming right up. Drake May in there under shotgun. He wants to scramble. He's looking to get upfield, and that is going to be not a first down. Quadir Johnson does deny him at the goal line. I imagine, yep, there it is. Bartlesville is going into their no huddle again. They have one timeout to work with. May drops back over the middle and finds James Draws for the first down once more. A contested catch as well. That could lead to towards the end of the first half. May looking again to run towards the right-hand side. And we're going to force them to take a timeout. This timeout could help them settle in real fast, make this a 4-point game. But the kick is up and it's no good. It actually bounces off the upright. Who would have thunk it, right? So Yorgor Pirates, an impressive first half, taking it to the Bartlesville Bears. They're going to be up 21-14 at halftime. So with that being said, the second half is officially going to get underway. And since they won the coin toss and deferred, that does mean that we will see them get to work here in the second half, as they'll start with a speed option for Drake May, who does pick up 7 on the run. And now they're looking at a 2nd and 3 coming right up. Drake May is going to move out into open space, and Drake May is going to move the chains for a first down. Not too shabby for the future college commit in Drake May, as now he faces 3rd and 3. May looking to scramble yet again, really using those legs here pretty often in this ball game. And you know what? We don't mind it with the number of weapons that Bartlesville has. If they beat us with, Drake May scrambling all day long, you know what? So be it. As long as it gets out of the hands of some of these other receivers that could absolutely kill us at any given moment, I got no problem with that at all. And I have no problem with us being in a 3rd and 15 either. They call a halfback draw, but we do a great job with contain, and we use multiple players to bring him down. He requires multiple players to be brought down. You needed that to happen. That being said, though, 1st and 10 coming up, though, as we will take back over as Thompson looks to throw to the right-hand side. And thankfully, Jaquarius Conway was not looking, because, man, that could have been intercepted if he was paying attention. But instead, it's going to be 2nd and 10, and we'll be able to complete the pass to Beef Wellington. And Beef Wellington is able to get a massive gain on the ground. One more completion, and Tahoma Thompson will have successfully reached 3,000 passing yards on this season. But he's more than just a quarterback. He is just a downright athlete that no one wants to deal with. 1st and 10 coming up as Thompson drops back, looks over to right-hand side, finds Chris Gentry. And Chris Gentry is going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates! Another touchdown for the senior wide receiver. And he looks determined to make sure that this semifinal game will not be his last, if he has anything to say about that. But the Bartlesville Bruins will take back over, as now they have their biggest deficit of the entire season so far. How does Drake May and company respond? May looks over to right-hand side, finds James Draws, who has some space and is going to be pushed out of bounds eventually by Quadir Johnson. So that's a first down for the Bruins as they get to about midfield, but they try a sweep play. I mean, you got a 300-pound running back that's honestly bigger than some of our defensive linemen. Like, why not run him up the gut? I do not understand. The arrogance of this coach is wild to me right now, as Drake May gets dropped in the backfield again. Then is Chase Henry able to bring the quarterback down, runs through an offensive lineman in the process, and just as quick as that drive starts, that is going to also finish the drive as well. And now we have a chance to possibly run away with this game. But Thompson, we're going to dance a little bit in the backfield. He's going to throw last second to RJ Valencia, but it can't be completed. It does end up being dropped. So instead, looking at a 2nd and 10 coming up as Thompson is going to get ready to pitch it out. Oh, Sasser! What are you doing, buddy? What are you actually doing, my guy? Oh, you got to be able to bring that in, big fella. That is not Tahoma Thompson's fault. They are going to call that a lost fumble on Tahoma Thompson because he did pitch that pass off. But by no means, that is not Tahoma Thompson's fault at all. That one actually has to go on Mark Sasser. I'm sorry. And now Bartlesville has a chance to get back into this game. And you don't want to leave a team like this, just any room to possibly, get back into a ball game of this magnitude. They know how to win these types of games. They were a state champion in this series for a reason, guys. So, critical drive coming up. Let's see if our defense can hold up yet again. Playing well here in this third quarter. May is going to drop back on a 2nd and 11. Looks over the middle. And will find Elliott Lee for a few yards. But not for a significant gain, though. Granted, they may not need a significant gain because they are pretty sound in their third down conversions today. May is going to look over to the left-hand side. Throws it to J.J. Jones quickly. But the Triple J cannot move anywhere. And that will be your last play of the third quarter, actually. And we have a 2-touchdown lead. And all of a sudden, guys, I need you guys to get those 4s up in real quick because we are looking at a chance to win and an opportunity to the state championship game. And Bartlesville knows how important this drive is. They're going for it. May dropping back, looks over to the right-hand side, has James Duraz, who gets dropped in a one-on-one. Quadir Johnson brings down one of the best players in Oklahoma in the backfield in an open field scenario. Big time play by Quadir Johnson, but we cannot take advantage of the turnovers on downs, unfortunately. And so, because we can't do that, Bartlesville does get the ball yet again. Kind of a tragedy, if you ask me, because yes, we are up by a couple of possessions, but at the same time, though, what we are looking at right now is, well, there's plenty of time left in this game, so it's certainly not over by any stretch of the imagination, but it would certainly help close this game out if we can get this 4th down stop. They've already did it one time today. A second time wouldn't hurt, but May is going to cork one down the sideline. Porter Winstrid was sleeping a little bit, and Elliott Lee was able to get behind the entire defense. Touchdown, Bartlesville, and we are staring down the barrel of a one-possession game here in the 4th quarter. 4th quarter of action here, you guys. And you know what? They are also going for a 2-point conversion. Now, this is a surprise. They're certainly being aggressive, though. Drake May on the quarterback draw actually succeeds in a 2-point conversion, so they don't have to worry about going for it for the rest of this game. But lucky for us, though, they choose to kick the ball off to us. And last drive of the game, we actually run out the rest of his clock, so we do pull off a shocker in the semifinals of the state playoffs. We are going to take down Bartlesville in a very close game here in Northwest Oklahoma State University. And that does mean that we are going to be one game away, just one game away from going to the state championship game. And there it is one more time. Your final score, 28-22, and taking down one of the best teams in Oklahoma. So it was a hard-fought game for sure, but I am absolutely glad that we were able to come out on top. The Tahoma Thompson, had a very solid game. Just took good care of the ball overall. 13 for 17 today, 164 yards, and a couple of touchdown passes to go with it. Not too bad for someone that forgot their helmet on the very first play of the game. Now, as for the running game was even more effective, and I was surprised we were able to be balanced today, given the size of the Bartlesville front seven. RJ Valencia was able to get over 100 yards on the ground today. Tahoma Thompson also wasn't too far from that, though. 11 carries for 78 yards. He was charged with a rushing fumble, but in my opinion, this was more on the backup running back Mark Sasser, then it should be on to Homa Thompson. Now, as for the receivers today, I mean, it was more of a Jody Gentry show than anything else. 4 catches for 46 yards, but found the end zone multiple times today, making an impact in his final chance to play high school football. Beef Wellington also had a solid day today with 3 catches and 54 yards as well. But I was most surprised by the defense. They seemed pretty scattered on that first couple of drives, but then really settled into the game after that. Quadir Johnson was a calming force for us on defense, able to have 9 total tackles on the day, multiple TFLs. Brad Danielson, another linebacker on this team, wasn't too far behind, coming in with 8 total tackles himself. Quadir Johnson also had a sack. And speaking of those sacks, oh baby, did Chase Henry get his fair share of sacks today. 3 total sacks on the day. And we also see Samian Simmons gets his quarterback as well. Did not get a chance to go ahead and force any turnovers, but the defense does just enough to ensure victory. And now we'll have to wait and see who we face in the state finals. So we got out of our ball game, and I had a chance to take an opportunity to look at, okay, who actually won this game. And the Red Tornadoes were in more of a defensive struggle, but they found a way to beat Southwake 17-14, which means there is a real chance, well actually not a real chance, we do get to see a rematch of what we had in the regular season in the state championship game. And this was a matchup that we won the very first time around. So the stage has officially been set. The Gore Pirates will have a regular season rematch against the Clinton Red Tornadoes in the next episode. And the winner of this game has the right to call themselves state champions in the great state of Oklahoma. So you're not going to want to miss that. It's going to be a barn burner, and it could be a classic that many Oklahoma residents will not forget anytime soon. But with that being said, I will leave the state championship for the next episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you go ahead, smack that like button. Also, hit that subscribe button as well if you do have to be brand new to the channel. This is John J Gaming on the mic signing off, but hoping you guys are all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.